reminders before we get underway. Please remain seated and please keep all those hands, arms, and fingers inside the boat at all times as we journey throughout Storybook Land. Once upon a time, there was a very mysterious whale named Monstro. He was the very same whale that swallowed Pinocchio. But don't worry, he was a very smart little boy. He built a great big fire inside of Monstro's tummy, and all the smoke caused Monstro to sneeze so hard that he completely blew his tail right off. Achoo! And he gave us our very own special entrance into Storybook Land. But now that Monstro is only half the whale he used to be, where his tail ends, our tale begins. Now to our left-hand side is the cave and home of the big bad wolf. He often tries to swim across the canal to the homes of the three little pigs. The first made of straw, the second made of sticks, and the third made of 100% wolf-proof brick. But luckily for those three little pigs, that big bad wolf just could not swim. Just around the riverbed on our left-hand side is the old English village where Alice lives. We often see her daydreaming on that dock until one golden afternoon she saw a white rabbit, so she decided to follow him. When all of a sudden, she fell down the rabbit hole into Wonderland. In the center of the canal is London Park, the very same one where Wendy, John, and Michael Darling learn that they can fly all the way to Neverland, where they never ever had to grow up. And straight ahead is Agrabah, the city of mystery and enchantment. The Sultan's palace sits on top of that hill overlooking the very same marketplace where Aladdin first met Princess Jasmine. Now some say Aladdin was a thief, but the only thing he really stole was Princess Jasmine's heart. Aww. We are now passing underneath the very same rose-covered arches where Aladdin took Jasmine over, sideways, and under on their magic carpet ride into a whole new world. But just like the song says, every turn is a surprise. Please keep all those hands, arms, and fingers inside the boat as we enter the Cave of Wonders. Wonders, wonders, wonders. This is the very same place where Aladdin and Abu discovered a treasure more precious than all the rest. It was the magic lamp, and it contained a genie that granted Aladdin 3 magical wishes. Just around the corner on our right-hand side is the cottage where Snow White and the 7 dwarves lived. And just past that is the dwarves' diamond mine. Though there are 7 dwarves, I believe that 6 of them are not happy. To our left, you might recognize the blue roof chateau where Cinderella once lived with her evil stepmother and her 2 wicked stepsisters. But if you follow the winding path through the French village at the very top of the hill, there is a very pretty pink and gold castle. This is the place where Cinderella now lives happily ever after with her Prince Charming. And that just goes to show what a good pair of shoes can do for a girl. Now on our left-hand side is one of Disney's most unusual flower displays. It is the giant patchwork quilt. It is made of 23 different varieties of desert flowers. And in case anyone was wondering, all of the plants and trees inside of Storybook Land are 100% real. They are miniaturized by a special process known only to Tinkerbell and a few of our Disney gardeners, of course. But with the help of Tinkerbell's pixie dust, it is said that these plants and trees can only grow up to 1 inch a year. Coming up on our left-hand side are the humble abodes of Mr. Mole and Mr. Toad. Oh, that's funny. They don't seem to be home right now. Oh, that's right. They're probably in Fantasyland on some wild ride into nowhere in particular. Did you know that there used to be a red car parked out front? But then it got towed. Just past Toad Hall are the 3 mills. The one in the middle is most famously known for sheltering those local animals during the terrible winter storms. And straight ahead under those snowy mountains is the Alpine Village where Pinocchio lives. Down by the water you can see Geppetto's workshop. This is where he first carved Pinocchio. Then later on he wished upon a star and Pinocchio became a real live boy. To our right-hand side is Prince Eric's castle. His ship is docked along the very same beaches where the Little Mermaid took her very first steps on dry land. But if you take a peek carefully through the waterfall, you might just get a glimpse of the city of Atlanta, the city where Ariel grew up with her two best friends, Sebastian and Flounder. But it looks like our story is now coming to an end.